Me and a brother was having a conversation yesterday, which was beautiful. We were talking about what is a man? What do you see manhood as? And I came to the conclusion that manhood is most definitely subjective, meaning that it's opinionated. Your thoughts of what a man is pretty much your makeup and what you feel. Now, there is some acts that some people would say, okay, this is what makes a man. Like a man taking care of his family, great man. A man being respectful, great man. A man being honest, great man. You also have this concept of a high value man, a man that makes a certain amount of money, which makes him high and valuable. Questionable on my end, because in my mind, when I reflect on a man, some of the best men that I have ever dealt with in the world have always been the man that was people that took care of their family, were educators, was supporters, was men that had integrity. And a lot of times when I'm dealing with men, I learn one thing, because in order to be a man, you got to be a man amongst men. So I have been that young guy that's always been a young man amongst other men. So I have had men that were financially broke, and I have also had men in my life that was quote quote millionaires. And what I learned, that these men, even those that are considered high value, they were still crooks by the books. They were still doing things, maybe stealing time at work, or maybe cheating on their wife, or maybe doing any type of like just scumball stuff, to the point when you look at it, you like, could he be considered high value? Because of the character he demonstrates. Even though he has money, his character is low. The way he treats his family is low, because he doesn't really dedicate himself to his family. Now you might have a man that's working a 9 to 5, or let's just say he's making a certain amount of money, but he goes to his kids' games. He makes sure that he purchases things for his kids. He makes sure he sit down and he does homework with his child. If his child is suffering from type of disability or handicap, he's patient with him. He's loving with him. He's caring with him. He sit down and he educate his child about the world. He allows his child also to be free mentally and spiritually. Also, he tells his child about the ups and downs of life. Along with, when it comes to his wife or his woman, he treats her like he's a queen. So when I look back at these type of men, it really, for me, is an example of what a great man is. A man that knows how to be there for his family, knows how not to just be a provider, because provision is not just economic. A lot of us think that provision deals with just money, but provision is also knowing how to educate yours. It's also knowing how to be patient with yours. It's also knowing how to be interdependent with yours, because you don't want to just be this one that always is being dependent on. You want to be able to connect with your partner. You want to be able to bond with your partner. And when I look at these men that have learned how to master this interdependence to the point they are bonding with their family members, they are connecting with their families and their loved ones, they are supporting them, and also teaching them how to go out and be great men and women themselves, I can't overlook the fact that that's what a man is. It's supposed to be honest, a man that walks with integrity, a man that when he give you his word, he stands on it. Because as a man, that's what a man's supposed to do. So when I look at a lot of these concepts of what they consider to be men these days, it bothers me, because a lot of them lack integrity, a lot of them lack honesty, a lot of them lack straightforwardness and sternness, along with they lack the ability to be able to educate those that are amongst them, along with love their family and be vulnerable. So when I look at men today, I don't know if this is what a man's supposed to be. And I question when people talk about a high value man or a man in general, because most men are not men. They are reflections of what they think perceived to be a man should be. And that's just a financial provider. And I doubt that's all a man is.